The most scary predictions for 2024 that are insane. All right, fine. All right, let's watch it. Just can't forget it's on YouTube. Can't say the F word. Anyways, let's watch it.
Online this month. It claims to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons.
With an uncanny track record of foreseeing future events, The Simpsons has been dubbed the Nostradamus of animation. From accurately predicting political events like the emergence of Donald Trump, giving forewarning about absolute disasters like pandemics, to predicting technology breakthroughs like AI takeovers in 2024.
These are robots. You will train them, and they will replace you.
This sitcom certainly has a way of sneaking into the future. In this video, we will reveal the most unsettling predictions from The Simpsons that got eerily right. Let's dive right in. Number 20, AI takeover. It's been said for years that AI is taking over. You've heard the warnings and seen the headlines, but who could have predicted it better than The Simpsons? They nailed it way back in 2012 with the episode, Them, Robot. In the episode, Mr. Burns decides to replace all the workers at Springfield's nuclear power plant with robots. But here's the kicker. He has the humans train their replacements. Sound familiar?
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the future masters of the human race.
Ah! Comic-Con nerds!
You fool, these are robots. You will train them, and they will replace you.
That's exactly what's happening in our world right now. From self-driving cars to robot waiters in Japan, humans are training AI to potentially take over their jobs. The eerie accuracy is hard to ignore, and it doesn't stop there. The Simpsons didn't just predict AI taking jobs, they hinted at a darker side, too. In the episode Itchy and Scratchy Land, the amusement park's cute robot mascots go haywire, turning on their human creators. Funny in the 90s, sure, but with today's AI developments, it's more unsettling. Remember when Google engineer Blake Lemoine claimed an AI model became sentient? He got fired for that, but it's a sign that AI might not be as harmless as we think. What if these AI systems become so advanced that they start acting like us, thinking, learning, and maybe even feeling? It sounds like a sci-fi plot, but it's closer than you think. And let's not forget the episode where...
Now, I don't know. I don't think The Simpsons predicts everything. I think they just made so many episodes that, like, they're going to get some shit right. You know what I mean? And they touch on everything. You know what I mean? They're going to get some shit right.
AI replaces law enforcement. It shows robots handling police duties, raising serious questions about whether we want machines policing our streets. And then there's the wild episode where a character creates a robot version of Marge. Sure, it's funny on the surface, but The Simpsons shows us the problem. Robots may be able to imitate human behavior, but they can't replicate true emotions. These predictions don't feel so far off anymore. Are we heading toward a future where AI goes beyond our control? Well, The Simpsons might just have given us a heads up. Number 19, World War III. In a 1987 episode of The Simpsons on The Tracy Ullman Show, Homer Simpson repeatedly pranks his family about World War III, sending them scrambling into a fallout shelter.
Jack.
Wake up, everybody! It's World War III!
What's this video about?
While played for laughs, the episode touched on a very real and lingering global fear, the possibility of another world war, especially in the nuclear age. Fast forward to the 2020s, and the idea
I don't think AI is gonna take over. I don't think The Simpsons predicted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, The Simpsons. I mean, you know, they predicted a lot of shit, but I don't think. I just feel like. You know, The Simpsons might get something right.
Of a world war
I don't know. Do you think AI is gonna take over, Jack? I don't know.
Doesn't feel like distant history anymore. In 2020, rising tensions between the United States and Iran triggered widespread panic, with many fearing the outbreak of World War III. Though the situation de-escalated, that sense of global anxiety didn't go away. The continued crisis between Russia and Ukraine, along with growing tensions in the Middle East, have only fueled these fears. Adding to the speculation, CIA spy Andre Bustamante, recently suggested that the possibility of a world war starting in 2024 is higher than many believe. While global peace remains a priority, the presence of nuclear weapons and ongoing proxy wars keep the threat alive. Number 18, economic collapse.
Okay.
The global economy has been on shaky ground lately, with warning signs flashing everywhere. In 2020,
I mean, if there's pending economic collapse, people ain't acting like it. People are driving, spending money like there's no tomorrow. Like, I work in food service, so like I know like we're busy as fuck every day on a weekday. People spending $80-$90 on fucking meals. Like, it's crazy.
alone, the U.S. printed a staggering $3.3 trillion in new money, and many economists have been sounding the alarm that this could trigger inflation or even a full-blown economic collapse. With job losses, housing struggles, and rising prices
like,
already taking their toll.
People want to act like I think it's the people saying it, and it's not economists saying it, because like people are acting like people are spending money like crazy. Like I'm broke, you know what I'm saying? I don't got a lot of money. Yeah, I spend my money carefully and I save it right. But yeah, my voice is a little low. Oh, let me turn it up. Is that better? Is that better? Sorry. But yeah, I mean, I think like, you know, I don't think the economy is going to collapse.
Experts are concerned things could get much worse.
I don't think so at all.
But what's strange is that The Simpsons may have hinted at this long ago.
Yeah, better? Okay, cool.
In the 2000 episode, Bart to the Future,
I was yelling the other day on my mic, so I had to like turn it down. But yeah, no, like
they portrayed an economic meltdown during a Trump presidency.
Simpsons predicted the Trump presidency like pretty accurate. I think that's what really started all this Simpsons predicting the future shit. They did a few other things, but yeah.
Now, Trump isn't in office right now, but with his 2024
he is now.
run, the possibility lingers. And so does the eerie accuracy of this prediction. Whether it's just a spooky coincidence or a reflection of real-world fears, one thing is clear. Economic uncertainty is looming. While we can only hope the future doesn't play out like this Simpsons episode, it's definitely a good time to stay prepared and keep an eye on your finances.
I mean, yeah, people really should keep an eye on the finance. People should save more. I think that's the problem. People aren't saving money. They're spending it, but they aren't saving like they used to. And I think that's the problem. Like past generations. Like, I mean, granted, I spend all my money because I don't make enough to save currently. I'm like working on better employment and live streaming. You know, hopefully I can make a quick buck off of live streaming. But you know. But still, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are just spending money.
17. Pandemic and Murder Hornets combination. Back in 1993, The Simpsons aired an episode called Marge in Chains. And it's pretty eerie how it hit close to home. This episode managed to predict two major real-world events, a pandemic and the invasion of murder hornets.
Yeah.
Let's break it down. In the episode, Springfield gets hit by the Osaka flu.
The dreaded Osaka flu has hit Springfield with
I like how it's like Asian, more Japanese than fucking Chinese, but it was pretty close.
Cases now reported.
A virus that spreads from Japan after a sick factory worker sneezes into a shipment of juice loosener machines. The virus quickly spreads, and chaos ensues in the town. This flu outbreak looks uncomfortably similar to the COVID-19 pandemic that gripped the world years later. But it doesn't stop there. During the chaotic scenes, Springfield residents are in panic mode, demanding a cure, when they accidentally knock over a truck full of crates labeled killer bees. Now, while these bees aren't exactly murder hornets, they're close enough to give fans chills. Fast forward to 2020, and America really did see the arrival of the dreaded murder hornets, large, aggressive insects known for decapitating bees. Coincidence? Maybe.
Sorry, my girl texted me.
But it sure is strange how closely The Simpsons captured these two terrifying events. And there's more.
I mean, like, they just made a episode about a pandemic. I mean, and killer bees, I mean, from Japan. Like, it's just not native bees to our environment. That's the only difference. They're native to Japan, just not here.
Remember when Tom Hanks announced he had COVID-19? Fans couldn't help but recall his role in the Simpsons movie from 2007, where he said, "This is Tom Hanks saying, 'If you see me in person, please leave me be.'" That line suddenly felt a little too real during the pandemic. While the episode's co-writer Bill Oakley has said it was all based on a flu outbreak from the 1960s, fans are still buzzing about how The Simpsons continues to tap into our biggest fears, long before they become reality. Number 16.
This is good
Donald
show
Trump
writers. Just really good show writers.
wins the presidency.
I'm not buying it.
Back in the
I'm
year
not convinced.
2000, an episode of The Simpsons aired that seemed like pure satire at the time, but it turned out to be an eerie prediction of reality. In the episode titled Bart to the Future, Lisa becomes President of the United States and makes a startling remark. Her administration has inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. The Simpsons casually dropped a line about Donald Trump being president, a full 16 years before it
They didn't
happened.
predict they
Fast
didn't
forward.
predict Kamala being president. They did
to
not.
2016, and what seemed impossible on a cartoon show became history. Donald Trump was elected the 45th president of the United States.
Now the 47th.
The parallels between the episode and real life were too striking to ignore. But here's where it gets even stranger.
This is super
In a
accurate.
2015 episode, long before Trump announced his 2024 run, Homer
Even some of the
floats past
scenes
a
were pretty
sign that
accurate.
reads, Trump 2024. So, when Trump officially declared his bid for re-election in 2022, the Simpsons fans were once again left wondering, how does this show keep doing it? Number
Yeah, that's
15,
pretty accurate.
the Capitol Hill riot. On January 6th,
They didn't predict
2021,
the riot?
the
I didn't know
world
about this
witnessed
one.
an unprecedented
I know there were some
event
fake
as
ones people were
rioters
putting
stormed
around.
Capitol Hill.
I didn't know this one.
Strangely, this chaotic scene seemed to echo moments from several episodes of The Simpsons. In the 1996 episode, The Day the Violence Died, characters are seen storming the Capitol steps in a way eerily similar to what played out in real life. Armed and
guess.
aggressive, their actions on the show foreshadowed the real-life aggression that shocked the nation.
Yeah, I didn't know this one.
In another episode from
all.
1999, Beyond Blunderdome, Mel Gibson wreaks havoc on the Senate floor, causing chaos, another weird parallel to the actual events. While an image of groundskeeper Willie dressed like the infamous rioter Jake Angeli,
Oh.
known for his horned
That's
fur
actually pretty
hat,
accurate. The
circulated,
fuck? The
it was
tattoos
debunked
too?
as a photo
I was about to say that has to be Photoshop. I was like, the tattoos too is crazy.
Photoshop.
Yeah.
But the resemblance fueled more discussions about the show's apparent ability to predict these moments.
Yeah, I knew there was some fake ones going
Even
on.
Bart Simpson's antics, like stealing the head of a statue in The Telltale Head, were compared to the image of a rioter carrying a podium during the Capitol attack. Number 14, colonizing Mars.
I mean,
Back in season 27, The Simpsons took a hilarious
who
jet.
knows if they're actually going to colonize Mars like this? I mean, if they do, it's not going to be within my lifetime. I already know that. My daughter might see it, you know, when she's my age, but I don't. It's going to take probably 40, 50 years. Like, I mean, I might be a grumpy old man by then, but who knows?
Jab at the idea
Probably
of
dead.
humans colonizing Mars in an episode called The Marge Ian Chronicles.
This press conference was originally scheduled to introduce our 10 Mars mission finalists.
The episode had the whole Simpson family preparing for a one-way trip to the Red Planet. They even
gotta
went
get off
through
soon.
all the
Right after
training,
this episode.
thinking they were about to make
Yeah.
history. But in classic Simpsons style, things turned out to be a complete disaster. The rocket they were training in was just a fake set, part of an elaborate hoax. While the Simpsons didn't make it to Mars, well, except for Marge and Lisa in a funny twist,
I don't want to go! This is the stupidest idea we ever had! Abort launch!
the real world is getting closer to this bold dream.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, the CEO of
from
SpaceX,
Portland.
is serious
Portland,
about
Oregon.
sending humans to Mars. His goal is to turn Mars into a new home for humanity. Back in 2020, Musk announced his ambitious plan to launch the first mission to Mars by 2026, but it looks like that timeline is slipping. Still, Musk's vision isn't just a far-off fantasy. With SpaceX's continuous advancements in rocket technology, the idea of colonizing Mars doesn't seem too far out anymore. It's just a question of when, and whether humans are ready to take that giant leap. Number 13, The Shard in London. In a 1995 episode of The Simpsons, Lisa Simpson finds herself on a school trip to London, where she meets a fellow student named Hugh Parkfield.
Oh, nice.
It's a sweet storyline, but what really caught fans' attention was a scene showing London's famous Tower Bridge, and right next to it, a strange skyscraper peeking over the skyline. To any modern Londoner, that building looks a lot like the Shard. Here's the mind-blowing part. The Shard wasn't built until 2009, 14 years after the episode aired. At the time, nobody even imagined that such a massive futuristic skyscraper would dominate London's skyline. Yet there it was, casually hanging out in the background of a cartoon episode. Number 12, Disney buying Fox.
I just don't know how to do the
Back in 1998,
and overlay
The Simpsons aired an episode called
like
When You Dish Upon a Star, which seemed like your typical Homer causes chaos storyline. In this episode, Homer ends up becoming the personal assistant to Hollywood stars Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger. But amid the laughs, there was a subtle background detail that fans couldn't have known would become shockingly real. In one scene, a giant sign outside 20th Century Fox Studios boldly reads, "A division of the Walt Disney Company." At the time, it seemed like a joke, but fast forward to 2019,
on Discord,
and Disney actually
JoeyTheBandit
bought a huge chunk
Discord.
of Fox for a jaw-dropping $52 billion, just like The Simpsons hinted over 20 years earlier. This moment had fans buzzing about how The Simpsons managed to predict the future once again. In fact, after the deal, The Simpsons executive producer James L. Brooks even sent a playful greeting to Mickey Mouse on behalf of Homer and Bart.
You all know me. I'm Homer Simpson. Yes, thank you. But I'm here to introduce Jim Brooks.
Number 11, FIFA Scandal. In the episode, You Don't Have to Live Like a Referee, The Simpsons once again hit a little too close to reality. Homer, in classic fashion, ends up as a World Cup referee, causing his usual chaos on the field. But what's truly wild is how this 2014 episode predicted not one, but two major real-life events. First, the episode showed Germany winning the World Cup. And just months later, in the 2014 World Cup final, Germany actually defeated Argentina 1-0 to take the trophy. But that wasn't the most shocking prediction. In the episode, Homer gets his referee job thanks to a massive FIFA corruption scandal. And just a few months after the episode aired, FIFA was rocked by one of the biggest scandals in sports history. Top officials were arrested, and headquarters were raided, revealing a web of bribery and money laundering that stunned the world. Number 10, Siegfried and Roy Tiger attack. Siegfried and Roy, two names that lit up the Las Vegas Strip for decades. These master illusionists weren't just performers. They were the heart and soul of Vegas magic, famous for their jaw-dropping acts with majestic white tigers. But in 1993, The Simpsons introduced their own version of this duo, Gunter and Ernst, showcasing how risky things could get when you mix humans with wild animals. Little did anyone know how close that joke would hit to reality. Fast forward to 2003, and the unthinkable happened. Roy was performing at the Mirage Hotel, alongside Manticore, their prized white Bengal tiger. The routine was going smoothly until, out of nowhere, the tiger lunged at Roy. In front of a stunned audience, Manticore clamped onto Roy's sleeve and wouldn't let go. The attack was brutal, severing Roy's spine and leaving him in critical condition. No one really knows why the tiger turned on Roy. Some say it was a tragic accident, while others whisper about backstage issues and possible negligence. Whatever the cause, that horrifying moment marked the end of an era. After nearly 40 years of dazzling performances,
people right there in the crowd,
the legendary Siegfried and Roy show came to an abrupt close. Number 9, Female President. In 2000, The Simpsons gave us a glimpse into a future where Lisa Simpson becomes the first female president of the United States.
Yeah, but see, we don't have a female president yet. And I guarantee you when we do get one, they're going to be like, see, they predicted it. That's what I'm saying. Shit like this. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent question. Yes, I am proud to be America's first
Like if Kamala Harris was elected president, they would have went straight to this. They predicted it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not buying it.
Female president.
In the episode Bart to the Future, Lisa takes over the presidency after a disastrous administration, cleaning up the financial mess left behind by President Trump. What seemed like a far-off scenario at the time now feels oddly close to reality. Fast forward to 2021, and the U.S. saw its first...
she's not cleaning up the disaster. She wouldn't be cleaning up the disastrous economy after Trump. She'd be cleaning up after Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been the reality. That's just
Kamala Harris briefly served as president when Joe Biden was under anesthesia for a routine procedure. While it was only for an hour and 25 minutes, it was still a historic moment. And with the 2024 elections approaching, people are wondering if The Simpsons could once again be hinting at something bigger. Lisa's fictional presidency and Kamala Harris's real-life leadership have sparked conversations about the future of female political power. Could the U.S. soon see its first full-term female president?
Nope.
Number 8.
Nada.
Flying cars. In season 16, episode 15 of The Simpsons, we were taken on a futuristic ride as Homer and Bart zipped through the sky in a flying car. What once seemed like pure fantasy is now creeping closer to reality. Fast forward to 2024, and flying cars aren't just a wild dream anymore. They're on the verge of becoming a reality.
They gotta be able to fly and drive on the road.
An Oregon-based company called Samson Sky has spent the last 14 years developing the Switchblade, a revolutionary vehicle that can switch from a car to an aircraft at the push of a button. This car takes off into the skies, promising a solution to the gridlock on the roads below.
Yeah, but you're not going to start taking off on the highway.
We've only imagined in sci-fi. But as we approach this next level of transportation, there are plenty of questions. Flying a car won't be as simple as driving one. Owners may need both a driver's and pilot's license. And with new challenges around air traffic control, safety, and environmental impact, integrating flying cars into everyday life will be a complex task. Number 7. Baby Translator. In a 1992 episode of The Simpsons, Homer's half-brother, Herb Powell, came up with a wild invention, a baby translator that could turn infant cries into actual words. At the time, it seemed like pure comedy and science fiction. Yeah. But fast forward to today, and reality is catching up.
I'll check it in a little bit.
At the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, a Swiss health tech company, Zundream, announced something remarkably similar. An AI-powered baby monitor that can translate a baby's cries into understandable needs.
I gotta get ready
This isn't just a gadget that guesses if a baby is hungry or tired. Zundream's device analyzes the pitch, tone, and intensity of each cry, helping parents understand whether their little one is sleepy, in need of a diaper change, or even signaling early developmental concerns like autism. It's a huge leap forward for parenting
Mommy,
tech, giving new parents insights that were once unimaginable.
I'm sorry.
With technology like this becoming more advanced and accessible.
Can you imagine if like an infant toddler could like fucking actually legit talk to you and let you know they have Down syndrome or autism? Sorry, I'm so stupid. Mommy, Daddy! I'm retarded!
The future of parenting is getting a major upgrade. It makes you wonder, was The Simpsons just predicting the future, or were they inspiring it? Number 6, interactive hologram.
Interactive hologram. Oh, these could be cool. If you can interact with the hologram, that'd actually be dope if we invented that shit. I don't even know we're even close to that.
Future episode of The Simpsons, Lisa, as president, uses a 3D hologram to communicate. A futuristic concept back when the episode aired. But fast forward to today, and holograms are not only real, they're becoming more interactive and practical.
Oh, that's cool.
Back in 2012, The world was wowed when Tupac appeared as a hologram at Coachella. Now, in 2024, holographic technology has advanced far beyond concerts. Devices like the DreamHawk HD3 bring holograms into our everyday lives.
Yeah, you need a glass.
This
and
tech
everything.
creates 3D
Not
projections
interacting
that
with it,
seem to
really.
float in midair, allowing you to interact with everything from virtual products to holographic instructors. Currently, around 500 Best Buy stores nationwide have started showcasing this technology, and it's expected to grow rapidly. Imagine
it does. That'd
attending
be
a
cool.
meeting where the speaker isn't physically present, but appears as a fully interactive hologram, or catching up with a family member
I
across
think
the
AR
world in real
goggles.
time.
I think AR glasses are gonna be what helps this hologram shit work really well. To be honest, I don't think it's gonna work too well with just like out in the world, out in the open. I don't know, space, projecting from whatever.
Time as their holographic form stands before you. The hologram revolution is here, and it's only just getting started. Keep your eyes open because
Yeah,
soon
glasses.
we might all be using holograms in ways we never imagined. Before we move on, here's today's subscriber's pick. Over the years, The Simpsons has gained a reputation for
I think the
making
Trump one is
eerily
what really got
accurate
people.
predictions, leaving fans to wonder if the show has a glimpse into the future.
No.
This time, we have an image
Just
that
good
has
show
been
writers.
stirring up conversation. It shows a gravestone for Donald Trump, suggesting he dies in 2024.
No.
However, the truth is that this image is purely edited for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
While The Simpsons is famous for its strange predictions, this one is simply clever digital manipulation.
Yeah.
The creators of the image are clearly playing into the show's reputation, but remember, not everything you see online is real.
Yeah. No.
What do you think of this hoax? Let us know in the comments section below. Number 5. Human cloning. Back in the Send in the Clones episode of The Simpsons, Homer Simpson accidentally creates a horde of clones using a magical hammock, unleashing chaos on Springfield. While it was all laughs on the surface, this storyline subtly touched on deeper concerns about cloning and its potential consequences. And now, in 2024, what once seemed like pure
Man alive.
fiction feels eerily
Not
close
magic.
to reality. The conversation around cloning started getting serious in 1996 with the
Yeah.
cloning of Dolly the sheep, the
Yeah,
first
clone
mammal
sheep.
cloned from an adult
You
cell.
have to go through the whole
It was
birth process,
groundbreaking
you know?
and sparked global
And raise it
debates
from
about the
young. You're
ethical
not cloning,
implications
like,
of cloning.
Full adults.
Fast forward to today, and cloning has progressed far beyond Dolly. In recent years,
Monkeys.
Chinese scientists successfully cloned a macaque monkey, a species
Yeah,
genetically closer to humans, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in science. The big question now isn't just whether human cloning is possible, it's whether we should be pursuing it. Cloning is often portrayed.
Imagine like making an exact clone of you as a child and then raising it. You know, that'd actually be crazy. Live forever that way, in theory.
in popular
But
culture.
I feel like a clone version of me wouldn't be me. You know what I mean? It'd have its own personality. It'd have its own it'd have its own life experiences. You know, like it just would not be the same person. It looked like you probably shares the exact same DNA as you, but it just wouldn't be the same person. It'd have its own consciousness. everything.
Culture as a way to
Probably think a lot like you, same demeanor, same personality traits, probably, but still wouldn't be you.
achieve immortality or bring back loved ones. But it opens a Pandora's box of ethical
Because your life experiences is what makes you. You know, that's just how that goes.
challenges. What does it mean for identity, individuality, and the value of life itself? With advancements like CRISPR gene editing technology, we're inching closer to the reality of creating life in ways we could only dream of before. Number 4, virtual reality food.
That'd be actually cool.
In a
You'll eat virtual
1998
reality
episode
food.
of The Simpsons titled Friends and Family, Homer and Marge found themselves enjoying virtual hot fudge sundaes thanks to Mr.
Yeah.
Burns' futuristic tech. At the time, it was a fun and absurd look at the possibilities of virtual reality. Fast forward to today, and that seemingly outlandish idea is creeping closer to reality. Now, virtual reality is no longer just for gaming or entertainment. it's making its way into the world of food.
It's making its way into the
Enter
world of
Aero
everything.
Banquets RMX, an innovative dining experience that combines fine French cuisine with virtual reality.
It's a gimmick right
Imagine
now.
putting on a VR headset and being transported to a stunning digital world where every bite of food is designed to...
I don't think VR has any real world applications yet, but I think AR does. I just don't think they know where to go with VR and AR technology yet, like where to put it, where it's going to take off first. Obviously gaming, but like even then, like nobody wants to wear all that shit on their face doing regular tasks.
Amplify your senses. It's a fusion of flavors and tech that's changing how we think about dining. Since 2020, Aero Banquets RMX has been developing this groundbreaking concept, and by the end of 2024, it could be the new way we experience meals. Not only does it create a more immersive culinary experience, but it might even address larger issues like food scarcity by altering how we perceive and consume food.
Oh, so like they serve you up a plate of bugs, but it looks like a steak, and so you eat it. Is that what they're talking about? Yeah, I'm good on that.
Number 3, George Clooney's death. In the wild world of The Simpsons,
still alive,
few
right?
things are off limits when it comes to blending humor and
Pretty sure
eerie
George Clooney's
predictions.
still alive.
One particularly strange moment came in the Treehouse of Horror 17 episode, where Hollywood legend George Clooney meets an untimely end by sinking into quicksand on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. While it's played for laughs, this bizarre scene has left some fans worrying, especially considering The Simpsons' odd knack for predicting the future. This segment doesn't just target Clooney, it also references other famous figures like Prince and Neil Armstrong, both of whom have passed away since the episode aired. Of course, quicksand in the middle of Los Angeles is completely far-fetched, but the show's tendency to poke fun at the impossible often hits a little too close to home. With so many of its outlandish scenarios coming true, people can't help but raise an eyebrow at these darker jokes. As of today, George Clooney is very much alive and well, and we all hope it stays that way. Number 2,
He's gonna die eventually.
Black hole.
That's what people do.
Black holes, those mysterious giants in space that have fascinated scientists and everyday people alike, once made a wild appearance in The Simpsons. In the Treehouse of Horror 23 episode, which aired in 2012, Lisa Simpson accidentally creates a black hole during a science experiment. This leads to a terrifying scenario where the entire town of Springfield is sucked into the void. It's a chaotic, fun episode, but it taps into real-world anxieties about these cosmic phenomena.
Yeah, black holes.
While The Simpsons took the drama up a notch, the reality is far less threatening. The closest black hole to Earth is over 1,500 light-years away, meaning there's absolutely no chance it's going to gobble us up anytime soon. In fact, instead of fearing black holes, scientists are working hard to understand them better. India's recent launch of the Exosat satellite in January 2024 marks a huge step in this direction. This satellite is designed to study black holes and other cosmic wonders, giving us deeper insight into how these objects behave. Number 1, music-induced mind control.
Oh.
In season 12 of The Simpsons, an episode featuring a boy band called Party Posse takes an unexpectedly dark turn, as it introduces the concept of music-induced mind control. At first, the episode seems like a lighthearted story about Bart, Nelson, Milhouse, and Ralph becoming music stars. But soon, we discover the band's hit song, Dropped a Bomb, hides a message in its chorus, Ivan ate Nioj. When played backward, it translates to Join the Navy. This episode cleverly hints at the potential of music to influence the subconscious, raising questions about how media can be used as a tool for manipulation. In the show, it's revealed that the band's music director is actually a Navy lieutenant, using the band to recruit listeners, an idea that feels far-fetched, yet eerily reflective of real-life strategies.
That did happen,
Historically, entertainment has been used to shape
70s or
public
60s,
opinion,
they tried to- the
especially
military
during
tried to
times of
microcontrol music.
conflict. During World War II, for example, the US government used movies as propaganda tools to rally support for the war effort.
Yeah, because
Fast forward to 2000
old people thought everything on TV was reality. They believed everything that came out the box. That's how old people believe everything on the news.
2024. And while we may not have military recruitment through pop songs,
If they say it on TV,
music
it's
still
real.
has the power to influence.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorists point to MK Ultra, real CIA mind control experiments from the
everybody tries to do mind
1950s and
control
1960s, as proof that music, art, and media still influence our thoughts. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
See you in the next video.
Oh, that's a good video.